An abandoned two-story wooden structure was devoured by fire on Tuesday night, sometime after 9 p.m. Residents on Cran Street were alerted to the smell of thick smoke billowing from the nearby building. By the time they responded, the property was already engulfed in flames. A neighbor who spoke with News 5 on the condition of anonymity explained what he observed when he got to the scene of the conflagration, moments after receiving a distress call from his wife.
I was at work. She called me frantic, told me that the house is on fire. So I told her to explain. She said the house is on fire. I can't come out the house because she feel like the flame and the heat coming from the fire, right? But I was a little bit confused, but I was maybe a minute or two away. And by the time I was driving home, I saw flames high, maybe 2-3 story high, coming on Freetown, coming towards Cran Street.
When personnel from the National Fire Service arrived at the location, they had to contend with the elements. Strong winds that fed the blaze forced the men to rethink their strategy several times before being able to contain the fire.
We extinguished that fire not before faced with some of the minor challenges of the nature and the wind and what's not. That fire had us reshifting our tactics. The wind played a little role in almost had us a bit bamboozled. However, we were successful. We learned that the building had been abandoned for some time. The owner, one Miss Delia Williams, who resides in the U.S., had left the building, and we gathered that when she did return to Belize, it would have been for demolition and restructuring of a new establishment on the property.
According to the neighbor, the property, which was in a state of disrepair, had been empty for several years.
From my understanding, it was set on fire because it's an old abandoned house. Somebody lived there for 4 or 5 years. And somehow we got caught on fire. By that time when I reached, I just tried to get my family out the house. All the neighbors was very helpful. We organized to evacuate everybody from all the houses around and get everybody to corner of the street, and the fire truck responded real quick.
It is believed that the fire was set by vagrants who used the place for illicit activities.
That was what we gathered as well. That is a possibility. However, if that is a concrete factor towards the cause of the fire, then the possibility to determine that would next to be slim. However means or however source they use to acquire heat in that building, that's up for grabs. We've established that the building wasn't furnished. As we rightfully mentioned, it was abandoned. We learned that the building had no electricity. So your guess is as good as mine indeed. Did these alleged street peddlers use that building? I'm going to say street peddlers for lack of better words, right? Were they the actual illegal occupant of that building? Did they contribute to the cause of that fire? Unfortunately, those questions will not be answered, as we tried our best to at least have an identifiable person to say, well, he was occupying this building, she was occupying this building.
While the wooden structure could not be saved, diligent work by the responding firemen prevented extensive damages to several homes in the immediate vicinity.
My roof was caught on fire. My garage was on fire also. One of my vehicles got scorched. The neighbors, gutters and everything got scorched, you know. It was a huge fire, but thank God with the response and everybody helped. Nobody got hurt, you know. Suffer a little bit of property and damages and stuff, but otherwise everybody is okay.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.